Assalamualaikum.
Salam, Prof.
Apa khabar, Prof?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, morning everyone. So, I'm Dr. Azhar Muhammad Ibrahim.
Yes.
Yeah. So, currently I'm holding the PhD in CPS for the Postgraduate and Responsible Research and Innovation. Okay, so this morning, we are here for the training session. So we conduct this training online and also in the physical mode. So whoever free can come here also in the CPS conference room. Okay, so this training session basically on the introduction to Iviva and Imonitor online system. Okay, so this PowerPoint is basically prepared by Prof. Shahrul Naim, and then later on by me. All right. Okay, why we need this training session? Just an introduction. All right. Shall we start? Can we start?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Okay. So let's open first our training session with Umul Kitab on. Okay, right. Okay, so this training session is one of the requirements for the supervision requirements for the new staff, and also whoever wanted to get to know about the in the online system that we have and we have been practicing in our CPS for the monitoring and also thesis submission. All right, okay. So training session, introduction to Iviva and Imonitor online system. Okay. So why we need this online system? So as we all know that in the I need to press. Okay. Okay, so effective management and monitoring of student progress are very important, right? To ensure the successful completion of our students' projects, our students' research, our PG students' research. Okay, so that's why we have been in CPS, and also we also in our one of our mission to provide the learning support ecosystem of the effective supervision and also learning for the research. Okay, so this effective supervision not only requires us, as a supervisor, to be very close interaction and also to give guidance, but also we need some streamlined approach, right, to manage the progress, submissions, and evaluations. And right now, we also in CPS we also offer the remote supervision. Okay, so this monitoring system will enhance the management, monitoring, and also evaluation for this postgraduate research, including remote supervision. Okay, so today we will have a training on the two systems, which are Imonitor and Iviva system. Okay, so Imonitor. So currently we are running these two systems separately. The first one is Imonitor to track the student progress and facilitates progress report submission. This is the main, this is the must things that we need to follow in the Imonitor system. And we also have Iviva, where we will manage the thesis submission and evaluation. Okay, so if you have any question, you want to give any feedback, please, you can interrupt at any times. And later on also, we will give you some time to ask question, and also we will respond to the questions. Okay, if you have anything you want to put in the chat also, please. Okay, so first let us go to the Imonitor system. So Imonitor system is a unified platform for student supervisor interaction and also to monitor the research progress. So as I said earlier, so currently these two systems, Imonitor and Iviva, we run it separately. Later on, inshallah, we will merge it together. After some time, after the becomes compulsory for everyone, everyone is using, then inshallah we have in our plan, inshallah we will merge it together, Imonitor and Iviva system. Okay. So in Imonitor, I want to introduce how many features that we have in current features that we have in Imonitor right now. Okay. In Imonitor right now, we have 5 features that can be used for the supervisor. For all supervisors, they have 5 features that can be used. Okay. But the compulsory one right now, which is the progress report submission. So means that students need to submit their progress report starting from week 12 until week 17. So this is the time that students need to submit, and supervisor need to recommend the submission, need to go through all the submission. Later on we will see into that. Okay, so this is the must thing, this is the compulsory in the progress, which is the progress report submission. And also we have also appointment scheduling in the Imonitor. So I believe many of us are not using this appointment scheduling, but it will be very beneficial for all of us, you know, for us to have this to have this online scheduling on the appointments, and also to have all the logs, whatever that we have been discussing throughout the research. So everything from this appointment scheduling. And then third, we have logbook data, and then GOT monitoring features. Some of us supervisors, we have many students. We currently, you know, we how to ensure that all the students that we've been supervising, we know the GOT time for them. So with this Imonitor, we can monitor. We can know the GOT when the current status of the students. So when the GOT until when, so everything we can monitor. Okay, and then the 5th one will be the Gantt chart creation. For student to create the Gantt charts, and supervisor can view them. And the 6th one, of course, for the administrators, for them to generate all the statistics effortlessly. All right, so this is the Imonitor front page. When you log in, you can Google it, Imonitor IIUM. Okay, and then when you log in, so this is the front page. We have the left panel, center panel, and also the right panel. Okay, this is the same exact view of the Imonitor, and also Iviva also will be somehow similar to this, very similar to this, where we have the left panel, center panel, and also right panel. So why? Because later on, inshallah, we want to, as I said earlier, we want to merge this Imonitor and Iviva. Okay. So let's see. In the Imonitor, in the front page, in the left panel, we have the dashboard. In dashboard, we can see so how many current, the active, and this is for active. The non-active, it will be in the logbook. It will be available in the system also. And then the dashboard is the view for the active students that we currently been supervising as a chairman, in the supervisory committee, or supervisor or co-supervisor. All right. Okay, so this is the view. In the left panel, we have the dashboard, general appointment, supervisor appointment. Okay, so this is the dashboard, and then we have the general appointment, supervisor appointment, logbook, progress report, and GOT monitoring. So this is the so all these items will be available for all the supervisors, for all academic staff. All these items will be available. All right. So in the center panel, the information, so the current information, but as I said earlier, the active students. Okay, and then the right panel, the notification. So whatever notification that we have been getting, let's say for the new appointment request, logbook approval, progress report, we will get here. Right. So first feature in the Imonitor, which is the progress report submission. Okay. So research students need to submit the progress report through Imonitor. It is not by week. It is starting from week 12. So it's a mistake here. So starting from week 12 of the semester. So I think from the week 12 of the semester, students can submit their progress report. And this will take the students, it's given until week 17. And then, when the students submit, main supervisor can give remarks, can give ratings, and also determine the progress time. If you are happy, the progress is okay. If the progress is good, then you can give in progress or unsatisfactory progress. It's a UP there. Okay, UP, and then later on, after the supervisor recommend the submission, then HOD need to recommend, and then finally DDPG need to approve. Okay, so this is the view. So when the student, when this is the view for when the student submit the thesis progress report, okay, we will receive the notification in the right panel in our dashboard, in the Imonitor dashboard. Okay, so when we click that progress report, so we will come to here. So where we can see we need to enter, of course, at the top, we will have the details of the students. And then I'm showing here right now only what we need to fill up, what the supervisors need to fill up in the progress report. Okay, so first, of course, we need the supervisor need to give remarks. So in the progress report, so students will submit together with whatever the attachment that they will submit. Okay, the supervisor can view, and later on, supervisor can give remarks and then give some ratings. Okay, and then you can fill up the other forms of communication, and then you need to determine here, so which is in progress or unsatisfactory progress. Okay, after that, you need to set HOD here. So your HOD, then you can click next to submit this progress report. Okay, so let me show you here. Okay. Okay, so when we click, let's say with the student submit progress report, we receive here in the notification panel at the right side. So when you click there, okay, so you can view here. You can view here. So one student has submitted. Okay, the first one is the student has submitted, and we have here the notification, and also the scratch one. You need to click here to view the report, the submission forms. Okay, the second one, which is we as a co-supervisor, when students submit, we cannot view because this is for the main supervisor to click. Okay, so when we click here, we will get the details. Okay, so the details of the students, and then the number 2, that whatever that we need to submit the supervisor in progress of evaluating. So whatever that been attached by the students, we can download, and then we can click this pen here, the icons here, and then the website will get into the window that I've shown earlier. Okay, where the supervisor need to give remarks, communication, the rating, so progress type, in progress or unsatisfactory progress. Okay, you need to, and then finally you need to click you need to set the HOD. HOD is your department HOD. Okay, so we could not make it automatically because the HOD currently it is not under the it is not available in the MSD system, so we cannot pull from there. So that's why please you need to set HOD, and please set it correctly. Okay, so we all know your HOD. Okay, so please choose it correctly, and then you can click next. You can approve this submission. Okay. All right, so this is the progress report. Progress report is a compulsory for all students, for all research students to submit, and then supervisor need to approve, determine the progress type, in progress or unsatisfactory progress. So please remember that for 2 consecutive unsatisfactory progress, the students will be dismissed. Okay, so this is the progress report. Okay, so this is what I've shown you earlier. Okay, so this is the report that can be generated from the progress report. Okay, so whatever that we give, then HOD and everything. Okay. Second feature in the appointment in the Imonitor, which is the appointment scheduling. Okay. So here these features, I think many of us have not been using this feature. Okay. So later on, inshallah, we will make it compulsory for the report supervision students so that they will use this appointment scheduling so that we can monitor all the scheduling. Okay, all the whatever the appointments that been supervisor been scheduled, and then so this appointment scheduling, okay, it is categorized into two types. One is general and also supervisor appointments. Okay, so general appointments, we mean here the class students, our PG class student, they also can request appointment to their instructors, and also class instructor also can request. Okay, and then the next type is for the normal for the research students, where the supervisee can request appointment to their supervisor, and also the second one, the appointment by supervisor. Supervisor also can request, can fix the appointment to their supervisee. All right. So first feature, which is the appointment requested by supervisee. Okay. So when our PG student request appointment, okay, we will receive here in the right panel here. So we receive the notification here. So new appointment request. We need to click that. So this is how the students need to fill up the request. I'm just showing here. This is not to our view. This is for the students' view. So as we can see here, the top side is the calendar. If we share our calendar, our Google Calendar to our student, then our student can view this calendar. If we did not share, this calendar won't be available to the students to view. They just can pick and then they can just request only. Okay, but if we as a supervisor we want to share, if we share our view, Google Calendar view to the students, or then the respected student can view, and accordingly they can request for the supervisor whatever the time that is supervisor when the supervisor is free. Okay, and then the supervisor and the supervisee, the student need to fill up and then put the remarks, want to attach anything, that also can be done in the supervisee request. Okay, so this is the view in the student's view. Okay, and this is the view for the supervisor. When we click at the right panel, new appointment request, okay, we will receive like this, like here one student has requested an appointment, date 30th of October 2023, starting time, end time, and then we need to click that button there, towards the left, towards the right. Okay, so then we will get into the appointment summary. Okay, so you can put the remarks. You want to meet in your office, you want to meet where, everything, whatever that you want to put, whatever that student need to prepare, everything you can put the remarks there, and then you can approve or reject. If you want to reject also, it's up to you. Then supervisor need to put another date for the appointment. All right. So if you have any questions, so please let me know. Okay. So this is for the
Yes, sorry, may I ask, right? So if we have a supervisory committee, will the main supervisor only see the appointment, or will the other co-supervisors also be invited as well for the same appointment? Thank you.
Right. So currently for the appointment made by the student, need to select the supervisor, whatever the supervisors available in their details. Then it will be if the students click the co-supervisor, then co-supervisor also will receive the notification. If the student just click the appointment scheduling for the main supervisor, then main supervisor will receive. But we don't have in the current system. Currently, students cannot select up to more than one supervisor, like this supervisory committee, right? Students cannot select more than one to get appointment in one application or the appointment scheduling. All right, Prof. So later on, inshallah, maybe we will think about this, how to make it together.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, Prof.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Salam.
Yeah, I have another question. I'm asking if they have a good relation with, I mean, the student, which is I can connect with them directly. Should all the time I have to ask him to make it officially like this one, or if I have good communication, no need to follow this one? I mean, is it
Yeah.
that including an assessment of the student?
No, this is optional only, not
Ah,
requirements.
okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Barakallah fiik.
Dr. Azhar,
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
I have two questions. The first one is about our evaluation unsatisfactory. If it repeats twice, means that students fail.
Yeah.
What about the students' rights? I mean, do they have any right to defend their position? Reject this supervisor's decision, or what's the policy of CPS in this context? And the second one, what's the role of co-supervisor if we do not have any communication with the students? It is wasting time and keeping us busy in our mind because we feel responsibility to do something. But at the end of the day, we do not communicate because the first supervisor does the things together with the student. So what's the policy again of CPS for the second supervisor? Thank you very much.
Right. Okay. So, Prof, thank you. For the first question, Prof, okay, when supervisor, let's say supervisor wanted to set the progress type as an unsatisfactory progress. So this will, I think, after we click the next, when we approve, but the progress we select, which is the unsatisfactory. So it will go into the HOD. HOD need to view and then whether accept or reject. Okay, and then later on, after the HOD recommend, the DDPG of the Center of Studies can view and also need to approve the submission. If let's say DDPG, at that time, DDPG also can call the student, can ask why this unsatisfactory progress, and then later on DDPG, if DDPG can decide whether want to remain the unsatisfactory or in progress. The DDPG can change it to the in progress also. Okay, so this is what we do, means that the decision process is from the supervisor, and then later on it will be recommended by the HOD and then approved by the DDPG. Right. Am I answering your question, Prof?
Thank you. What about the continuity? I mean, the students will continue with the same supervisor?
Yeah. If it's second time, I believe DDPG will bring this into the KPGC, the kuliah, right? If 2 times of.
2 times, automatically the student will be dismissed.
2 times, yes. Yeah. Okay. So for the 2 times, I think so everyone, the HOD also will be involved, and then the DDPG of the kuliah also will involve. I think it's not easily they will give unsatisfactory progress. Okay.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalam.
Second question.
Yep. Please, Prof, you can ask.
My question was about the second supervisor. I mean, what's the role of second supervisor?
Yeah. So regarding the co-supervisor, this is only for the evaluation purpose. So we make it only for the main supervisor. So we believe, so the communication, everything, the supervision, the management of supervision throughout the semesters, it is been done by the supervisory committee, whatever that been decided for the student, the main supervisor, co-supervisors and everything. But for the evaluation, we make it only for the main supervisor, not for the supervisors.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam. Yeah.
I would like to ask about the compulsory of article for the master student, PhD student and masters.
Right.
So do we have any columns or evaluation on the on that particular things because I have encountered two problems, two students, which is they have submitted their thesis, but then they they didn't produce papers, okay. But then alhamdulillah lah, in the end tu after submission kita duk legal lah paper tu. So if in the Imonitor or can have the column at least to remind for the supervisor and the students about the compulsory to produce article for their thesis submission, because without that the thesis cannot be submitted to CPS.
Right. Thank you very much, Prof. So regarding this question, okay, regarding the publication, right? So currently in our system, the students need to upload the proof of publication and etc. When the student wanted to submit the thesis submission in Iviva. Okay, this is the current practice. So however, we already been executing. So currently we are preparing for in the midst of developing the Imonitor Imonitor version 2. So in that Imonitor version 2, so we will include the publication requirements and also some other notification also. So everything will be available, inshallah, maybe by next year, inshallah. All right, Prof? So it will be available in the Imonitor later on. Currently, we have in the Iviva when the students submitting the thesis.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, so let's continue. Okay, so this is the view when the HOD has recommended and then the DDPG will approve the submission. Okay, so the second one, which is the second appointment scheduled by the supervisor. Supervisor also can fix the appointment to the students. They just need to click the supervisor appointment in the left panel and then click the student. Okay, click the student and then you can set the date and remarks, and then the calendar also will be available, the supervisor calendar. Okay. All right. So this is how we need to fix we will fix the appointment. Okay, and also we can view the total appointment history in the GOT monitoring tab. In the left panel, we have the GOT monitoring. So when you click the GOT monitoring, okay, so you can view how many appointments, the history in this semester, in this session, in this academic session, then in the semester, how many appointments that we have already scheduled the appointments. Okay, so all these can view in the Imonitor also. Okay, so third feature, appointments logbook. Okay, so let's say in the appointment, so we already met the students, and then the student need to submit some, need to update. Need to update in the logbook. Need to update in the logbook, and the supervisor can approve the logbook. So this just to keep all the appointments details, whatever the submission that supervisor requires, everything will be available in the cloud. So even after the student is not active, also will be available for us also, for the supervisors. Okay, so when the students already we have met the students. Okay, the students need to update here. When the student click the logbook in their Imonitor, so it will be available there. Logbook status, students need to update. So when the student click towards the right, they will have a click button. Okay, so when the students click and then student update, supervisor will receive notification where supervisor can give remarks or want to approve the whatever that been submitted by the student. This is for the logbook purpose. This is optional. This is just to make our supervision effective. Okay, and of course we need this for the remote supervision students, right? Remote supervision students. So of course we need this, all these logs, logbooks, data, appointments, we need this. Okay, the student sponsorship also, they also will require this. So this is very effective. So please try to use these features the appointments, and also the logbook. And then it is compulsory for the remote supervision students. Okay, for the normal PG students, for normal research students, it is not compulsory, but remote supervision students, this is a compulsory. For the appointment scheduling and also logbook.
Brother Azhar, Assalamualaikum.
Salam. Prof.
How much the students are actually, so far I got 5-6 students. I never see them, they are using the system and they never approach. If there is anything, they just go traditional methods. So is that now students are being given the awareness or what? How do they use and how do they update? Because I usually call them, then they.
Right, Prof. Thank you, Prof. Okay, so regarding this, Prof, so currently students will be notified by the DDPGs from the kuliah, administrators in the kuliah, so that we notify that students need to submit the compulsory thing for the student to use features, Imonitor features, which is the progress report. All the research students, they need to submit progress report through Imonitor, starting from week 12, Prof. And then supervisor need to recommend and approve. For the appointments and logbook, for the normal research student, this is optional, but it is supervisor can ask them to use Imonitor to request for the appointment, to keep everything, the consultation details, everything in the logbook, so that we can view it later. Okay, Prof. So on progress report is compulsory, and then the kuliah administrators, they will notify the students to submit the progress report. So while the rest for the appointment scheduling and the logbook, this is optional. Supervisor can remind the students. If let's say supervisor feel that we want to use this appointment scheduling and also logbook, so please you need to remind your students, Prof, to request all these things in the Imonitor. Okay, Prof? Right. Okay, so let's continue. So the fourth and fifth features will be the GOT monitoring and Gantt chart. Okay, so as I said earlier, we can monitor the GOT monitoring for all the students, that active students under us. Okay, so we need to click there, and then we can see whether the students the green color show that the student is under normal GOT, while yellow color show the within maximum study period. So the color show the color accordingly for the GOT status. So this is in our dashboard. Okay, and then of course, as I said showed earlier, the appointment history also will be recorded here. So how many times we met the students, everything, it will be recorded here. So let's say we use only Imonitor for the communication purpose. So everything is recorded here, and we can see here how in the semester how many times we meet the students, and then all the details, the submissions, everything will be available in this Imonitor's cloud. Right. So here also will be the general Gantt chart, and also we have the specific Gantt chart where the students can put the details, the activity according to the semesters, what would be the details, the activities, everything here, and then we can view. Supervisor can view the Gantt chart. So this is the view from the student where the students will update the Gantt chart. Right, so these are some of the views for the students, I think. So let's continue. Right, so that's all of what the current features that we have in the Imonitor. One is the compulsory, which is the progress report submission. Okay, so the optional part will be the appointment scheduling, logbook, but these two is compulsory for the remote supervision students. And we have GOT monitoring, and then the last one will be the Gantt chart creation for the students. Okay, so these current features. So currently we are developing the Imonitor. We will be Imonitor version 2, where we will include some other notifications at the beginning of the semester, and also 3 requirements we will add it later on in this Imonitor. So means that we will have the automatic unsatisfactory progress for the publication requirement, proposal defense, and also we have include the pre-mini thesis or postgraduate colloquium. So this will be updated later on. Later on, inshallah, we will notify everyone on this Imonitor. All right. So before I move to Iviva, if you have any questions on the Imonitor, you can ask.
Yes, I have questions.
Thank you.
Salam.
I think others, I just want to, maybe my understanding lah, Doctor. Sorry. Okay. So for the Imonitor, okay, the compulsory one for this is for research lah. For example, PhD by research, and then the progress report should be submitted week 12 until 17.
Yeah.
Okay. Before that, what is needed? Usually, when the semester open, so do they need to do something for Imonitor? Do supervisor or supervisee need to submit? I don't know the registration. I'm not sure through Imonitor.
Yeah. Yeah, Prof. Thank you. Yeah, second one.
Second one, the one that you mentioned about the logbook on the compulsory part. Can you just explain a bit more?
Yeah. All right. Okay. So the first one,
Thank you,
Prof.
Doctor.
Right. Thank you. So the first one, the progress report submission will be open. The student can start to submit from week 12. So prior to that, everything will be handled by the kuliah. Means all whatever the students require to do in the semester. So there's monitoring aspects will be from the kuliah. Okay. So through this Imonitor, only starting from week 12, the students need to submit the progress report. All right. Okay. And then the second question on the logbook, this is for the remote supervision students, where the students is the remote supervision students, where the students is not available here in Malaysia, somewhere else in the other countries. So we've been supervising. So we can have this appointment scheduling, and then all the appointments that we fix with the students, we met with the students, and also whatever the details in the details of the appointments, details whatever let's say week by week we want the students submit anything, that everything can be updated in the logbook, can be kept in the logbook. So later on we can use this for the how to to give ratings or give mark recommendation for the students to see the progress of the students. So it will be easier for us. That's why we make it compulsory for the remote supervision students. So not for the normal research students.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. In that case, means that for the progress report, for the registration, is not involved with Imonitor.
Yeah, true.
Okay, all right. So when we give the progress, the student means okay, the head already approved that the student already progressed for this semester. That's one not automatically for them for next semester. No, I mean for registration, so on. So the student earlier semester they need to register to the kuliah or to the institute. Yeah.
The student need to register to activate the student status. Registration like normal, but the submission of progress report through Imonitor.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah, Prof.
I'm Dr. Syahril from UIA Kuantan campus. I have several questions. My first question regarding the GOT monitoring, the Imonitor. When I click that one, I just see my 2 students only, but and other students I cannot see.
You mean the active students or non-active students, Prof?
I have 6 active students, but only I got to see 2 active students in the GOT monitoring.
Oh, 8. Currently, you are supervising 8 students.
Currently, 6.
6 students. Only 2 you can view.
Yes.
All right, Prof. The remaining 4, the students have submitted the research proposal or registered the research in the kuliah or not?
Already approved the proposal defense.
When?
I think long time. Not remember. I think last year.
All right. Okay, so you can check with us, Prof. Kuliah. You can check with the kuliah first, and if there's anything, you can check with us also.
Okay, thank you. Another question. I just want to verify again the definition of remote supervision. If my student is part-time but stay in Malaysia, is it considered as remote supervision as well?
Part-time is still under active student normal. Part-time only for local,
Or
Doctor.
part-time local, but not remote supervision lah.
Remote supervision, no. Remote supervision for the students who is not in Malaysia, not in our university, somewhere else, in overseas. But they want to proceed to get the supervision from here, from IIUM, to continue master or PhD, so we can cater that one also.
Because now currently I'm in Kuantan, my part-time student is in Kuala Lumpur, not remote supervision, right? Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Right, thank you. So let's continue with the Iviva system.
Assalamualaikum, Dr. Azhar. Kejap, Dr. Azhar. I have one question. I'm Shirwan. Dr. Azhar, is it possible for the GOT monitoring, we can add the information about beyond normal, beyond maximum in there, so that when we contact the supervisor know the status of the student, whether they are beyond normal or beyond maximum. Is it possible to be added that information?
Yeah, Doctor. It is available by color, Doctor. Beyond normal, beyond maximum, everything is available by color. As I showed earlier, the green color for the normal GOT. Here I have the example here for the yellow color will be the within maximum study period. And then we have also like other colors also. And then we have at the top of here also we can see here the non-active also. So this is for the active, and also active students mean our current student, and the status is active also and registered. If the student didn't register for that semester, it's not
non-registered.
Okay. Non-active. Non-registered students, terminated students will be available under the non-active students.
All right. I think because I just saw the Gantt chart. I didn't check the table. Okay, Doctor, thank you.
Okay, so I'll continue to Iviva system. Okay, so Iviva system is used to handle thesis and conduct Viva and PTEM. Okay, so it succeeds the Imonitor system. Okay, so Iviva is a very complete student. If we want to use Iviva, we need to use from start until to the end. Okay, it is not, we cannot submit at the beginning, submit manual, and then we want to, at the middle, we want to use Iviva, cannot. We want to use Iviva starting from the beginning, we need to use Iviva until the end. Okay, so this is the Iviva. So I was skipping the benefits of this. And then of course we have the challenges like resistance to change and user trainings. That's why we've been conducting several in year 2 for the Iviva, the training. And for the privacy concerns, students and examiners may have concerns about the privacy of their data and evaluations. So we want to assure you that everything been submitted, it will be available only for that. Let's say examiner is submitted the evaluation, that things only will be available for the examiner only. It will be it is not on also for the it won't be available to the Kuliah administrator also. It's just for the examiner only. So later on the CPS PhD, the CPS administrator, we can get the whatever that in the evaluation form, evaluated thesis. Okay, so we will be will have these privacy concerns, and we will cater this also for this privacy. And technical issues, we have our technical teams from the ITD, and we have also our team here. So whatever the glitches that we have, so inshallah we will solve it very soon, very fast. We will solve whatever the technical issues that we have in this Imonitor. All right, okay. So as I said earlier, complete use of the system to manage the process of this Viva submission. Okay, so standard procedure for thesis submission, okay, and Viva management. Okay, in iViva, we have multiple modules to serve different functions. Let's say for supervisor, so we all supervisor, okay. So in supervisor, we have 9 modules. 9 modules. Okay, so these 9 modules under supervisor is starting from the intention to submit research work, abstract submission, examiner nomination, external examiner registration, nomination status, completion checklist, thesis on track, recommendation of extension of correction date, and also copyright declarations. So all these 9 are under the supervisor role. So all of us can view this in our Iviva system. When we log in, so we'll have this view. Okay, so similar to the Imonitor, we have when we open our Iviva, we have left panel where it's shown the main menu. So all the supervisors will have dashboard, supervisor, co-supervisor in the left panel there. Dashboard, supervisor, co-supervisor, internal examiner, and post-Viva supervisor. So all these modules will be available for everyone. So again, I repeat: dashboard, supervisor, co-supervisor, internal examiner, and the post-Viva supervisor. And then in the center, we have these current active students that will be displayed, okay? And the notification panel in the right panel will be the notification boards. All right, okay? So here, as I said here, when we click the Iviva, we have our role here: student or staff or external examiner. So external examiner, we are the staff also cannot view the external examiner dashboard. Only the external examiner that been registered, they can view. Okay, student can view for their dashboard, and staff for our Iviva system. All right. Okay. So as I said earlier, that we have 9 modules under the supervisor role. Okay. So everything, let's say our student want to submit the thesis. So it starts from the student need to submit the intention. Student need to click in their Iviva, student need to click and then submit the intention of thesis submission. Okay, when the student has submitted, supervisor will receive the notification. Supervisor will receive the notification. As we can see here in the right panel, intention submission. So it will be blinking there. It will be how many submission that we received. Let's say 2 or 3, 1. It will be there, and then we can click, and then we can view the intention of submit. And then let's say we want to agree or disagree. If you want to disagree, also can. If you feel that the student cannot submit the thesis yet, just click the disagree. Disagree, and then students need to submit again another time. Okay, you can put the comments also here, and then you need to set the DDPG, HOD, and also Kuliah administrator. I will show you here. Okay, so just for the sake only, I ask my student to submit to put the intention of thesis submission. Yeah, so you can see here intention submission. So when you click there, so you will have here agree or disagree. You can agree or disagree. You can click the agree or disagree. Okay, and then okay, so you can put comments here, and then you need to select DDPG. Of course, your Kuliah DDPG. If your Kuliah have 2 DDPG, and then you need to select the correct one. And then HOD, as I said earlier, so see, our system cannot capture our department's HOD. So because it is not available directly to be pulled from the MST, so we need to select our HOD. So please select correctly the HOD of our department, and then select the Kuliah administrator. Okay, if you are not sure to whom you want to submit, just ask your Kuliah. Kuliah DDPG or DDPG office. DDPG office, they will direct you. They will guide you. Okay, so select the Kuliah administrator, and then you can agree. If you want to disagree, just click disagree. Okay, the students will be notified. You can put the comments here. Maybe you want the students to meet, you want the students complete anything more. So everything can be done here. Okay, so this is the intention of submit thesis. So let's say we agree. We click agree. Okay, students will receive. Okay, students will receive, and then it will be available in the notification log there. In the intent submissions, towards the bottom, you can find this log. Okay, you can find the log, and then is the pen icon here. So let's say you set the different HOD, you can again click the pen, you can choose the right one. All right, so this can be done again, can be like the Kuliah DDPG, kuliah administrator also, you can, if you select wrongly, then you can put the correct one later on by clicking the pen here, the icons here. All right. Okay. So when the students submit, and then we agree, okay, the intent submission. Okay. Next, students need to submit the abstract in PDF. Okay. Student need to submit the PDF abstract. Okay. So let's say we need to approve. The supervisor need to approve. Okay. So as previously, okay, abstract submission also we will receive the notification through our email. And also when we open the Iviva, it will be there in the notification board in the right panel. Okay, we need to click the abstract submission, and then you can view, you can download the whatever the file that's submitted by the student. If you agree, if you think that abstract is okay, you can agree. You can approve. You can approve. So this is where you can view. You need to view the abstract, and then you can accept. Or you want to add something, you want to the student do something more, okay? Or you want to the student modify or something, just put the revision, and then you can reject. If you accept, then the process will go to the next level, next step. Okay, so this also will be available in the action log under the abstract submission. So current students, previous students, everything will be available there in the log.
Ustaz Azhar, Assalamualaikum. Ustaz, minta maaf memotong. I have one student who submitted abstract, and I wasn't satisfied with her abstract. She's in Nigeria. I was asking her, you need to improve this, and then you need to add the Arabic, but I don't want to reject. Can she take her abstract back and we submit the new one so it's going to be accepted? I feel that if I reject is something like demotivation for the student that I have rejected her abstract. What should I do, Doctor? I have already asked her to refine and she did it. But can she take back her first abstract, Doctor? Shukran.
Yeah, Prof. Currently, you need to reject, Prof. But you can mention to her that this is the procedure. This is not reject abstract. When you reject, then only the student can submit new abstract.
I see. So soft rejection, yeah, Prof. Shukran.
Thank you, Prof. All right. So, okay. So next, after we approve, we agree with the abstract submission. Okay. Abstract submission. Now, supervisor. Supervisor. We need to invite the examiner. We need to nominate the examiner. Okay. The nomination from the supervisor. In the Iviva, nomination from the supervisor. So we can nominate. Okay. It's in the Iviva system. So when we click examiner nomination here in the left panel. Okay. When we click examiner nomination for this student, examiner nomination, when we click examiner nomination, the list of students will be there. Okay, let's say we want to nominate examiners for these particular students, then just click the examiner nomination in the right side there. Okay, so we click the examiner nomination, and then the details are available there. So let's say for the master by coursework, so we need to nominate number 1 and number 3. For master by coursework, so it means that, so one internal is, we need to nominate one internal, and the third one is just for the alternative one. And then master by mixed mode, we need to nominate 3, number 1, number 2, and number 3. For master by research, we need to nominate 4, number 1, number 3, number 4, and number 6. So all these we need to nominate. Okay, and PhD, for PhD all, but number 2, number 5, and 7 are optional. So we encourage to nominate all the 7. So means the 2, 3 internals, 4 externals, so that the kuliah can decide. So this is only nomination. The decision will be from the kuliah. So when, let's say we want to nominate a supervisor here, examiner here, so we can nominate for, let's say, for the internal. So internal, all the staff of all of our IUM staff. So we just need to search and then click, and then you can view also number of active nomination, number of active appointment. So let's say you want to appoint someone in your department, okay, but he does the professor already have 5 active appointments. So you will know it will take time for that respective examiner to examine your students' work. So this is something that you need to consider as well before you nominate. Okay, so you can view here number of active nomination and number of active appointments. Number of active appointments means that supervisor already taken up, let's say for let's say number of active appointments 3. So means the supervisor currently been evaluating 3 theses. 3 theses only from IIUM. Okay, so this is information available for the internal examiner. So we can view details and we can nominate. Okay, so we need the... Waalaikumsalam.
Doctor, I want to ask, I'm from K8.
Yeah, Prof.
Okay, I want to ask whether we only need to fill this, I mean the nominations via Imonitor only, or at the same time we need to do it some kind of a manual as well, where we need to, you know, fill the form of nominations of the examiner and to be reported at the Kuliah KPJRC meeting?
No, Prof. Currently only through Iviva only. Through Iviva only, you just click the nomination, and then when we nominate, the examiner has accepted our nomination. Then Kuliah administrator, they will view if the number of nominations is enough. Then the Kuliah administrator will bring this into the KPGC, Kuliah KPGC. Then if it is approved.
I think that's the confusion probably at my Kuliah, because I thought the one that you mentioned, I can agree, meaning that the office of DDPG will capture the information and will be tabled. But presently my understanding and what we are having now is that it's like whether we do it concurrently or the manual comes first, and then we will advise to do via Imonitor.
Currently only Iviva, Prof. Currently only Iviva.
Okay, and then I will inform inform our the Kuliah in terms of the practice that should be done according to your advice. Thank you.
Right, thank you. So, but yet as I monitor the progress submission, it is compulsory. For Iviva, we will make it compulsory with the admits of the make it compulsory. So still it's not compulsory fully yet. That's why some of the Kuliah still maintain the manual submission. But we encourage, we want to everything be done through Iviva, and we will, inshallah, will table in the Senate to get the approval to make it compulsory for that all submissions through Iviva only. Right, thank you. Okay, so we can...
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Sorry, for the nomination, if the examiner is not respond to the request, so we need to change the examiners. Is it need to update in the Iviva too, or how to do that?
So after we have nominated the examiner, okay, so we can view here whether our examiner has accepted or not. Okay, we give until 5 days. After 5 days, the cancel button, the cancel selection will be available. After 5 days, Prof. After 5 days, if the examiners yet to accept, so we can click the cancel. We can cancel the nomination, and then we can nominate the new one. So we believe also prior to this, maybe the supervisor also can communicate through the examiner to the email as previous also can, so that the examiner also been aware that we want to nominate them. But this is only nomination. This is not appointment. After the nomination, the DDPG will bring the office of DDPG will bring this into the Kuliah KPGC, and then Kuliah KPGC will approve whether they are okay with this nomination or not. If they want to change the examiner also can. KPGC has the power to change.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. About the external examiner, the name of the examiner should be in the data of CPS and also approved by Senate, right?
True. Approved by the KPGC, right? Approved by the KPGC.
So last time in KAE, we some sort like we have a bank of a list of examiner, which is they say that the name of the examiner need to approved by the Senate. Is it true? So if we have a new appointment, so how do we submit the name of the examiners? For example, like new appointed professor or associate professor, which is not in the data of CPS and also approved by the Senate.
Okay, Prof, if I may answer your question, the practice still remain the same. So the new external examiners need to be endorsed by Senate, and the one that is already in the bank, if still active, you can still use it. If not, you have to re-endorse it. Then you can use the examiner.
Endorsement
in Senate. Still happen in the Senate.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Prof. Okay. So, okay, for the external nomination, so this for the internal. So we can preview this, the email, and then we can invite the examiner. This for the internal. Okay. Right. Okay, for the external examiner, so let's say the name is not available in the database, in the Iviva database. So we can register here in the external examiner registration. So you can view here in the left panel, we have external examiner registration. Okay, so you can click in the external examiner. First, of course, we check first in our CPS database, current database, do we have that name or not? So we check first. Let's say we don't have, we want to register, we can click the register external examiner. So when you click, these are the information that you need to fill up. You need to fill up the name, examiner title, email. Okay, so address, you can give the department address of that examiner. And then you need to upload the examiner official CV. The CV is according to our IIUM CV template. The CV of the template, can be found in the CPS website. It's been given here. Okay, so upload the CV also. And then, so this information will, the Kuliah administrator will bring it to the KPGC to approve. To approve the examiner. Okay, and then only it will be available for us to nominate. Right. Okay, so then after we have done the registration, we can nominate.
Sorry, Dr. Azhar.
Yeah.
I want to interrupt. When you mentioned that, okay, let's say we made the nomination and then only then the Kuliah KPGRC will approve, right? Meaning that, let's say if they disapprove, we need to redo the nomination?
Yeah. We need to redo the nomination, or the Kuliah also can select the new nomination. But we believe prior to that, let's say in our manual things that we need to bring it in our department board meeting first. So please do that one first. So we can get the approval. Let's say because the Kuliah KPGC, the HOD also will be available there. Yeah. So if you want to everything smooth, so bring as in our previous manual procedure that we will bring in our DBM, our department board meeting. So please do it as there. Okay, so get the approval from the department, and then only if you the supervisor nominate in through Iviva, think inshallah the process will be very smooth.
Okay, understand. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, so after that, then the student also can concurrently submit the complete thesis. So it will be available in the completion of the thesis. The student need to submit everything required. So these are under the modules of the administrator. They will bring it to the Kuliah KPGC, and then the approval button, everything will be available there. Right, examiner sequence, everything will be set by the administrator, Kuliah administrator. Right. Okay, so when the student submit the completion checklist, concurrently I say that student can submit the thesis to Iviva. So where the students need to upload the updated thesis, Turnitin report, and also proof of publication. So whatever that other than this, that if they, let's say kuliah need other requirements and anything details that we need to submit, we can the students also can attach that. We have up to 5 attachments there. Okay, so and then supervisor can recommend the checklist. If the supervisor agreed with everything submitted here, and then it will go to the kuliah administrator. Kuliah administrator again will check the formats and everything. Everything is okay, satisfied. Then it will up to the kuliah DDPG need to approve. Okay, so everything will be checked at that time. Okay, so let's say kuliah DDPG also approved. Then only the student status will be turned to thesis examine, TE status. So this is where all the students will chase this one, this TE status. Why? Because this TE status means that students no need to pay already, no need to register and no need to pay for the semester, the tuition fees. All right. So the TE status only when once the DDPG approve the completion checklist. The thesis submitted, not only supervisor, the kuliah administrator and also DDPG need to approve. Okay, so then only the student status will be turned to TE status. So after the TE status, no need to pay already. They are free.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Dr. Azhar. Sorry, regarding about proof of publication for master by coursework, okay, it's not a requirement. So can we untick and proceed to submit?
Yep, can.
Can, eh? All right, thank you.
For the master of coursework, the publication equivalence is 0.3, Prof. 0.3, it can be also the poster presentation, anything that it is available in our PG guidelines. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is the history of the completion checklist also is available in the Iviva. Okay. So once we have checked, we have submitted, students have submitted, the DPG has approved, then admin will text the evaluation of the report. As the admin kuliah administrator will, it depends for master kuliah administrator. For PhD will be done by the CPS. CPS will send out the appointment letter and document for the evaluation. Okay. All right. So this is some of the modules there for the administrators. Okay. So under the supervisor module also, we can view here the thesis on track. So how many is the students are the list of students that we have? We've been supervising all the on track submission, everything will be available here. So how many, the internal one has submitted the evaluation or not, external one has submitted or not, everything we can view here. But the name of the examiners won't be available here. Only the days only, the submission day, the status only. Whether the internal has submitted, external has submitted, that's only we can view. Okay, so this is under the thesis on track. Okay, so under the supervisor also, so this is what I mentioned earlier, the number of days. We can view the internal one, external one, number of date appointment, and evaluation, everything. Okay. Okay, so under the supervisor's role also, we also have recommendation extension of correction day. So let's say the student after Viva, the student need some correct extension. When the student requests, the supervisor need to view and approve, recommend or agree or disagree. Okay, so this is for the recommendation extension. So you can view, and the history also is available there. All right. So once all received, and then it depends on the PhD or master. If PhD, the Viva will be conducted by CPS. If master level, the PTEM will be conducted in the kuliah level. Okay. And then after that, we will have the post-Viva supervisor appointment. So let's say after in the DEC, in the PhD, for the DEC doctoral examination committee, let's say they have decided, so we as a post-Viva supervisor, so this role also will be available there. We can see here in the left panel, post-Viva supervisor. So we can view students under our supervision for the post-Viva. post viva. So let's say we as a post viva supervisor, so then we need to approve this, the final thesis by the students. Not the main supervisor, whoever been appointed in the DEC or in the P10, the master level. Okay, so we can view the students and then we can review the submissions. So these are the things that we need to check the final thesis, correction details, okay, and then Turnitin report, Arabic and English abstract, and then finalize the check. Okay, so after we have finalized, then it will go again to the Kuliah administrator, and then the DDPG need to approve, and then Dean need to endorse. Dean of this Center of Studies need to endorse. Okay, so we can view the current progress, everything. Main post supervisor has agreed, and then has recommended the submission, and then the COS administrator, DDPG, and then only Dean. Okay, so after everything, so the student now need to declare the copyright and open access status. Okay, so this one also we give some options there. Okay, so let's say it will be available to the students, and then when the student click the copyright declaration, when the student submitted, so we will receive the copyright declaration. We have 4 options for the copyright declarations. So owned by the fund provider or jointly owned by IAM or owned by students. So all the details are available there. So we can read first and then we can click. And the students need to read first and then we need to certify. Supervisor need to certify. This is supervisor. Supervisor need to certify. Also for the open access status also, confidential, restricted, embargo. So let's say the part of the thesis currently been under reviewed in the journal, that you can put for, let's say, for 2 years or 3 years for the embargo period. Embargo also you can fix that. Right, then you can certify or uncertify. So this is the last one. Okay, so these are the details for the copyright classes and also types of access. Okay, right. So then finally library will pull the thesis. After everything, the copyright also has been done. So library will pull the thesis into their database, into their repository. All right. So finally we have here the examiner, internal examiner here, the modules for the internal examiner. So we can accept, we can view the nomination, appointment letter, all the appointment letters. If we made through the request from the Iviva, everything will be available here. Okay. And then the thesis examiner. Thesis examiner, the details, the thesis, everything will be available. Okay. So we need to this is the accept of nomination for the examiner. So these are some of the declaration. Okay. So examiners, you need to read this and then before you accept or you wish to decline this nomination. Okay. So appointment letter also will be there and then you can view the thesis. If you want to accept or not, it will be available there also. So once you accept, so the thesis will be available for you to download and then you can when you want to submit the submission also through Iviva. So what you need to submit the thesis report form, it is compulsory, and then the thesis file with comments, this is optional. Additional report, you want to submit anything, you want to attach something, you can attach that, and then you can press the submit button. All right. So I think that's all for the features that we do have for Iviva, and previously we explained the features for the Imonitor. So if you have any questions, you can ask. If you have any feedbacks, anything you want to suggest us to improve this Imonitor and Iviva, that also you can suggest.
Dr. Azhar, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm currently checking the CPS guideline to 2022, mentioning that it's mentioned that for master by coursework and master by mixed mode offered by Kuliah dan Adin Engineering, no publication requirement. So the 0.3 is only applicable to Kuliah of Engineering.
That's only for engineering. Sorry.
So I can just proceed without. Okay, thank you.
Sorry. I'm from engineering, that's why I'm
Yeah.
Issue letter daripada sistem. So latest title tu kena update. Kalau tak nanti kita ada when we issue appointment letter. Title tu
Okay. So if the thesis title also, let's say the approved title in the proposal defense, and then later on is different that the final submission that you want to submit. So you need to get the approval from the kuliah first. Otherwise, in the appointment letter, the thesis title will be different than the thesis that we submit to the examiners. So please take note, all the supervisors. So anything more you want to ask? Any feedbacks, any response, anything you want to anything we can add on in our Imonitor or Iviva?
By the way, Dr. Azhar, is it possible for you all to come over to STAC one day, conduct, because Seni Ramai ada students PhD, not many undergrad atau master. So it will be very good because many of us here got students and the students are staying in Gomba and elsewhere. So eye monitoring is very important. I would request, if possible, CPS to arrange maybe one day here. Thank you. Sini ada bising lah dia orang.
Okay, Prof. Sure, Prof. InsyaAllah. We will conduct it later on in the STAC.
Yeah, you are welcome.
Assalamualaikum.
Sure, Prof.
Dr. Azhar.
Yeah, Prof.
Yeah, this is Prof. Rafiqul. So just in case, after submission, his thesis goes to the examiner, right? So naturally there is a time frame for them, right? They have to submit by 1 month, whatever. So who will actually follow up them and make them that they are doing on time or not?
Yeah. For the master level, kuliah administrator need to follow up. They will follow up, Prof. And for the PhD level, CPS administrator will follow up.
And actually the system has their own system of following up. We have an on-track system which is send reminder, multiple reminder to the examiners. But if receive on time.
Sorry for your information. Like when we receive the thesis from UKM, UTM, we observe that, they keep reminding, you have 1 week left, to submit. You have 3 days left, And the last day, they keep reminding every day. When it's coming to the last day, they keep reminding every day that this is overdue already. So actually we become, restless to finish it.
Yeah, Prof. Same. He also same as Prof. We have multiple reminder, 3 days before, 1 day before, 1 week before.
Yeah, if you can maintain it, I hope it will be very good because reminding help us, actually, everybody is agreed to do, but reminding is needed.
Yes, Prof. The reminder is automatic, Prof. Auto update, auto reminder. Right, thank you, Prof. So anything else?
Dr. Azhar, I just want to ask, the iMonitor, for the student, they need to go through iMaklum, right?
Yes, iMaklum, true.
Yeah, right. So they cannot simply go to the same iMonitor dot just key in the website, right?
That one only for staff. For students through iMonitor.
Right.
Yeah.
Through iMaklum.
For students through
Alright,
iMaklum.
And the student does not block refinement.
Right. For
So
student need to.
one more question, Prof. Azhar.
Yeah, Prof.
Regarding the status like a track thesis, is it the student also can track it or the thesis is now, or only supervisor?
So student also can track. The information will be available to the student also, right? The thesis on track.
Yes.
All the student can monitor it is now with the examiner submitted or not. Everything they can monitor also.
Only the thesis on track only.
Yes,
I understand the date and monitoring. Yes.
Yeah.
The name of the examiners, the student and the supervisor will not know.
It's not necessary, but it will be very good for transparent for the student. They know what is going on, right? At the moment, they always claim they always blame that after submission we don't know we don't know where it is. They thought sometime with the examiner, sometimes they thought it is still with the supervisor, still with the PGOP. So all these things would be better if they can see the status that where it is now.
Yeah, Prof. So it is available, Prof. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, Prof. Azhar, Jamila from Psychology Department. after the external examiner being approved by the DPG or KPGC meeting, then it will be brought forward to Senate for endorsement if it is a new external examiner. Am I right? Or it only stop at the KPGC level?
New external examiners will be endorsed by the KPGC and will be notified to Senate.
Will be notified to the Senate.
Sorry.
Notified to the Senate, yes?
First of all, the level is like this: KPGC endorsement, and then notify UCPS, and UCPS will brought to Senate.
Will be brought to Senate notification or also need Senate's approval, because it will take time, kan? If it is if we require Senate endorsement.
Notification only.
Oh, notification. Okay, all right. Thank you.
And then UCPS and Senate for the notification.
Yes, true.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. If there's no more questions, so can we end our session today? So the link for the iAttend, I think is available in the chat.
Yes. Evaluation.
Evaluation also is available. So please respond.
Okay,
to
both
the
are done.
evaluation.
Attendance, also the evaluation, both are done.
All right, thank you, Prof.
So with that, I would
Alright.
like to thank everyone for
Okay.
attending this Viva session. Thank you everyone for attending this Iviva and Imonitor training today. We hope to see you again, inshallah. We are going to have another next session for this training. We will announce it later on. Thank you everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, everyone. We end our session with wal as and tasbih kifarah.
Thank you.